Greetings, everyone, and welcome back. We are surviving Orlando Brown's truth, and I'm just so happy that the boy finally got the courage to stand up to these sick individuals in Hollywood. We must stand with Orlando Brown. I need y'all all to smash that like button. Salute to Miss Red. Happy day after Christmas. Orlando Brown finally got the courage. And all these things that this boy been going through ever since That's So Raven, Nickelodeon. Everybody laughed at Orlando Brown. And I believed every word that that boy said. He was a child star ever since like 6 years old. And I'm not gonna let y'all say that Orlando Brown is back doing crack out of Pepsi cans. I'm not gonna let y'all say that. We must stand with him. These animals must pay a price. Smash that like button. Get them likes up. If ain't nobody gonna stand with you, Orlando, I'ma stand with you. We must meditate. And you see, I got the Pure Survival shirt on. I got the Pure Survival shirt on. We must blow out the freak off candles. Salute, salute. Shout out to everybody in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas and a happy goddamn New Year's. You see, I got the Pure Survival merch on. You can go on Pure Survival, www.puresurvivalmerch.com. The store has been up there. So I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, we can't get no Pure Survival merch. The store is there. You see, the Pure Survival merch is in effect. But we must stand with Orlando Brown, okay? This is not about me. This is about this boy. And y'all remember Lando Brown said a while back that Diddy Glover gave him the Oshkosh goulash. The Oshkosh goulash, something moulash. You know what I'm saying? Everybody laughed at Orlando and was talking about this boy was on drugs. He was a Walt Disney goddamn child. You know what I'm saying? And if he's coming out and he agreeing to testify against Jay-Z and Diddy saying that they ran a train on him, and not only did Diddy Glover and Jay-Z allegedly clap this boy's cheeks, Pure Survival, made Orlando Brown go put that slick ass perm in his fucking hair, Pure Survival, but it's other big name rappers. Y'all heard Orlando Brown say that Nick Cannon was wilding out one night and made his penis disappear behind a trash can. This is what he said about Nick Cannon. You know what I mean? Everybody always think that something's wrong with people. We accuse them of being drug addicts, Pure Survival. Of course he was going to get on drugs. He was a Disney star. You know what I'm saying? And if he's saying that these people ran a train on him and clapped his cheeks, I'm standing with Orlando Brown and I'm standing with his goddamn perm. Pure Survival. Y'all gotta get them likes up, guys. We gotta stand with Orlando Brown. I'm standing with Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown has just released an exclusive video naming everyone he slept with in the industry. And you are not going to believe what Diddy wanted Orlando to do to him. Busta Rhymes, Diddy, and Usher are all getting exposed for their secret relationships.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. That was from Cadillac, I didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And I told y'all sit there and laughed at Orlando Brown. You gotta think he was 13 years old, Pure Survival. And he said these grown men had made love to him. They didn't just clap his cheeks, pure survival. They was buying him shit, taking him to McDonald's, getting them toys. So Orlando Brown felt like these men were in love with him. He was in love with them, and he thought that they loved him back when they was clapping his cheeks. Pure survival. Look how many times he went through all these weird phases. He just had a perm, and now he got the Bobby Brown every little step I take hairstyle. He got the Bobby Brown Gumby, the every little step I take Gumby, pure survival. That's confusion that he was going through this stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all got to smash that like button. If you don't smash it for me, smash it for Orlando Brown's cheeks. He was a little ass kid, and he had a certain way that he was expressing the way shit that was happening to him. You know what I'm saying? He said these men made love to him.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. Never from China, he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And Cat Williams.
What's his name? Bro, you smashed a lot of people.
What's that name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Usher. Usher's a gusher.
Usher, Terrence Howard, Usher's a gusher. You know what I'm talking about? How would he know that Usher's a gusher? Pure survival. How would Orlando Brown and his Bobby Brown hairstyle know that motherfucking Usher is a gusher? Usher wets up all the sheets during survival. You know what I'm saying? That's very graphic details for him to know that Usher is a gusher. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was laughing at Orlando Brown when he was saying this, but he was making love. Motherfuckers was gushing and everything during survival. You know what I'm saying? So, and then a lot of people say, oh, this female, she's a squirter. He's basically saying that Usher's a squirter. This is wild. And Busta Rhymes. This is crazy.
Not going to believe what Diddy wanted Orlando to do to him. Busta Rhymes, Diddy, and Usher are all getting exposed for their secret relationships.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. Never from China, he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And he said Drake. He had made love to motherfucking Drake. Pure survival. And he said that song that Drake got, come see me for once. Come see me for once. You don't ever come to me. Orlando Brown said that Drake made that song about him. Pure survival. Because he was going and clapping Orlando Brown's cheeks. But hold on. Drake told him to come see him. That's right, because he kept going to go see Orlando. And he was telling Orlando Brown to come see him for once. This is crazy. He made love to Drake. All of these people in the industry. I believe the boy. Pure survival.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. Never from China, he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And Cat Williams.
What's his name? Bro, you smashed a lot of people.
What's that name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Usher. Usher's a gusher.
Jaguar Wright says that Orlando Brown plays crazy when he's exposing Diddy.
And that's the same thing that Jaguar Wright said. Shout out to Jaguar Wright. Everybody was talking about, oh, Orlando Brown lying. Orlando Brown, like she said, he was playing crazy because he didn't know no other way to expose these people in fucking Hollywood. The boy was 13 years old. Pure survival. Why would you say that all these men ran a train on you, pure survival, that they clap your cheeks in the freak-off dungeon if it never happened to him? Why would he want to put his butt cheeks on the line like that and say that all these rappers, R&B singers, pure survival, they put all kinds of peckers inside of this boy? You know what I'm saying? I believe it. And Jaguar Wright said Orlando Brown didn't know how to react. This is why he was speaking out. Pure survival.
Orlando Brown to play crazy.
And look at that. Look at when Diddy had Orlando Brown. You telling me that this don't look motherfucking suspicious? And he said that Diddy gave him the Oshkosh motherfucker goulash, pure survival. The boy was only 13 years old. And just mysteriously, the same little girl with the little problem, you know what I'm saying? The mental girl, she was 13 years old. So if Orlando Brown allegedly agreeing to testify against all these people and they really was clapping his cheeks, I support Orlando Brown, goddammit. And that's what y'all need to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get them likes up. We got too many people in the building. And look at this man. You want your kid alone with Diddy Glover like this? We seen what he did to Justin Bieber, pure survival. You remember when Orlando Brown looked like that little young little Nickelodeon, innocent little that so Raven kid? And you wonder why he was thrown off. Getting high, doing all kinds of drugs, pure survival, getting locked up with baby oil in his backpack. Nobody knew why Orlando Brown got locked up with baby oil in his backpack when he was like 15. Now it's all starting to come out during survival. It's all starting to come out. This shit is crazy. Orlando Brown, I'm standing with you. I don't give a damn if they don't want to. I'm standing with you.
Plays crazy when he's exposing Diddy.
Been working for Orlando Brown to play crazy. The oosh gosh whoosh wash. Orlando's brilliant. Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
Diddy's trying to kill me. You know, Diddy and Jay-Z, Auntie Sean and Auntie Yolanda. No matter how many contracts you try to take out on my life, no matter how many times you try to threaten my family or threaten people to stay away from me, no matter how many things you try to do to me and how many things you've tried to do to me, it ain't working.
You hear what the boy is saying? He said that Diddy tried to kill him. He said that Jay-Z tried to kill him. They put a contract out on this boy's life. And they've been trying to silence his family and his parents and shit. And I don't give a damn, Orlando. Your parents is wrong for dropping you off like that in the industry and just leaving you there. Pure survival. Look how spooky that motherfucker look. He didn't look like this when he was 13 years old. And 8 years old. Look at the motherfucker. You can tell he thrown off. But I'm not going to let y'all say that Orlando Brown is back doing crack out of Pepsi cans. I'm not going to let y'all say that. If he's agreeing to testify against Diddy and Jay-Z's hairstyle and the rest of these fucking sick individuals in the industry that clapped his cheeks and ran trains on him back and forth, you know what I'm saying? We must stand and listen to the boy. He said that Jay-Z and Diddy try to take his life. Listen to the motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I believe him. Why would he say they tried to kill him? Because he was telling on them motherfuckers. Pure survival. Smash that like button.
What it's been like to wear this character for this long.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
Diddy's trying to kill me. You know, Diddy and Jay-Z, Auntie Sean and Auntie Yolanda. No matter how many contracts you try to take out on my life, no matter how many times you try to threaten my family or threaten people to stay away from me.
You hear that? No matter how many times you try to take my life, no matter how many times you try to threaten my family, Jay-Z, you and Diddy, he's not going to stop speaking. Now he's going to testify in front of a grand jury of what they did to him as a kid. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that he's standing up against them.
That's whoosh wash. Orlando's brilliant. Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
Diddy's trying to kill me. You know, Diddy and Jay-Z, Auntie Sean and Auntie Yolanda. No matter how many contracts you try to take out on my life, no matter how many times you try to threaten my family or threaten people to stay away from me, no matter how many things you try to do to me and how many things you've tried to do to me, it ain't working. Don't play with somebody that you know got the drop on you.
He said, don't play with somebody that you know that got the drop on you. that I got the scoop, the information. I know what y'all did to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why they was trying to kill that boy, because they know if he go tell what they did to him as a kid, pure survival. Orlando Brown is one of the first child stars that was speaking out, and everybody kept making fun of him, talking about go on Dr. Phil. You know what I'm saying? The boy is drugged out. What are you going to do when you're a child star and you get all that money, pure survival, and then you dealing with these demons, and then they taking advantage of you, sexually running trains on you and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Where are you going to do? This is the only way he was lashing out. Yes, Orlando Brown was definitely a crack fiend at some point, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But most of y'all would have ran the drugs too. I know I would have been on drugs. If I would have got my cheeks clapped by Diddy Glover, Busta Rhymes, Usher was gushing all on me. You know what I'm saying? Drake singing to me, clapping my cheeks. You know, I would have went crazy too and got on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like if Busta Rhymes was behind me, clapping my cheeks, talking about give me some more. Talking about give me some more. You would have went and got on crack too. This is pure survival.
Orlando's brilliant. Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is. Diddy's trying to kill me. You know, Diddy and Jay-Z, Auntie Sean and Auntie Yolanda. No matter how many contracts you try to take out on my life, no matter how many times you try to threaten my family or threaten people to stay away from me, no matter how many things you try to do to me and how many things you've tried to do to me, it ain't working. Don't play with somebody that you know got the drop on you. Major pain in his ass, literally.
Orlando Brown is making headlines again for his alleged connection to Diddy, and the things he's saying are shaking up the industry. Word on the street is that Diddy was sexually interested in Orlando and even performed oral sex on him.
Now you hear that? Like even when that boy was young, they said that Diddy allegedly had performed oral sex on Orlando Brown. You know what I'm talking about? And him being 12, 11 years old, and Diddy Glover sitting there allegedly putting his little pinky penis in his mouth and making it disappear down his throat. This is what Orlando Brown was saying. You know what I'm saying? So imagine why he couldn't tell on these people for so many years. We got 1,300 people in the building. It should be way more goddamn lights in here. But imagine you got these predators doing this stuff to him, and he thinking that they in love with him. You know what I'm saying? He in love with them. This is wild. And we must stand with Orlando Brown. And if Orlando Brown gonna testify, I want to go to court with him. You know what I'm saying? And tell him that I stand. I support the goddamn victims. It's 1,500 motherfuckers in here. Get them likes up. We survive in the goddamn industry.
How many things you try to do to me and how many things you tried to do to me, and it ain't working. Don't play with somebody that you know got the drop on you. Major pain in his ass, literally.
Orlando Brown is making headlines again for his alleged connection to Diddy, and the things he's saying are shaking up the industry. Word on the street is that Diddy was sexually interested in Orlando and even performed oral sex on him. In a recent interview on Cam Capone News, Orlando Brown described an encounter he had with Diddy, where he described how Diddy gave him some oosh gosh mwash.
You know what I mean? I got my Diddy board. I'm sorry, I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh gosh goof wash. You gave me the oosh gosh muaf, the swoosh wash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gave me the oosh gosh muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the oosh gosh muash.
And y'all gotta understand the boy wasn't just a goddamn kid. Here's the Bible. He said that Diddy gave him the Oshkosh motherfucking goulash. I've never even heard that sex position before. Pure Bible. So Diddy was doing new sex moves on this boy. He went and turned his hair green out this motherfucker. Pure Bible. He got the Oshkosh goulash and turned his hair motherfucking green. He looks like a little motherfucking a little fucking incredible freak off Hawk right now. Pure Bible. He went and got his nose done. Look at this shit. He got a nose ring. Pure Bible. He got one motherfucking ring right here, right here. He got the Lord right there coming out his ear. It's Pure Bible. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know what to do, guys. You must understand that he was just a goddamn kid. He got 3 cuts in his eyebrows trying to wild out. And he was speaking to us. That's the thing. Us as a people must understand why he was acting out like this. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, guys. Y'all got to get them likes up. If you ever had the Oshkosh goulash, you know what I'm saying? Before you say you don't believe him, tell me you had the Oshkosh motherfucker goulash. Here's our Bible. Somebody ever did the Oshkosh goulash to you? You would probably be traumatized too. I've never heard of the Oshkosh goulash until he said Diddy gave it to him. Pure survival.
On Cam Capone News, Orlando Brown described an encounter he had with Diddy, where he described how Diddy gave him some oosh gosh mwash.
You know what I mean? I got my Diddy board. I'm sorry, I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh gosh goosh wash. You gave me the oosh gosh muaf. The swoosh wash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gave me the oosh gosh muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the oosh gosh muash.
And do you see the baby oil on his lips? Look at the baby oil on that motherfucker's lips. Pure survival. Diddy gave him the Oshkosh goulash, and he said that he loved it. I told y'all that he said that Diddy, Busta Rhymes, all of them was clapping his cheeks so much that he thought that they was in love with him. You know what I'm saying? And then he got baby oil on his lips right now. So you can see, man, listen, this shit is wild. He still got baby oil on his lips after all this time. And he said, Diddy, I love it. Diddy, I love it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he didn't like the Oshkosh goulash. He ended up falling in love with it. This shit is wild.
True smash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gave me the oosh-gosh muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the oosh-gosh muash. And that oosh-gosh muash. You know what I'm talking about, Diddy?
Oh my God, look at that nasty shit. Did you see what he just did with his lips? Pure survival. He like, oh my God, Oscar, goulash, goulash, goulash. He turned him out. Y'all don't understand. Them kids been turned out in Hollywood. You know what I mean? It was terrible when they did these things, these alleged things to them as little kids. But think about how freaky and disgusting that they got once they got older. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? This shit is wild.
And that oosh-gosh muash. You know what I'm talking about, Diddy?
Orlando Brown has named Usher, Busta Rhymes, and even Will Smith as people that he and Diddy allegedly had sex with.
And he said Will Smith allegedly clapped his cheeks too. You know what I mean? And that's not a surprise either. Salute to Sister 1973 just hit that super chat, pure survival. She said, I can't laugh because he's broken. And I know he's very broken, but you know, we got to get these demonic entities. And you know, my only way, Sister 1973, for me to get back at them is through, you know, comedy. I got to get back at them. And I got to support Orlando Brown because he's going to court. You know what I'm saying? And then Will Smith try to act like he didn't have nothing to do with Diddy. You know, maybe did Will Smith know that Orlando Brown was going to go to court? You know what I'm saying? Because he going to make that announcement talking about, I'm never hung with Diddy when you know you was at them freak-offs, Will. Pure survival. You've been wearing Jada Pinkett's panties, no, her thongs, the whole entire relationship. We know you was at the freak-off. Pure survival. But Orlando Brown said that Will Smith clapped his cheeks too. He's exposing a bunch of people and testifying on all of them. And I'm happy for the boy to finally speak out and had a courage.
Orlando Brown has named Usher, Busta Rhymes, and even Will Smith as people that he and Diddy allegedly had sex with. According to Orlando, Diddy liked to watch people have sex while he touched himself. There are reports that there's an alleged leaked video of Diddy in sexual contact with Will Smith. Orlando Brown has confirmed that this tape does indeed exist, and it's going to get out to the public soon.
Yes, and that's probably why Will Smith tried to say he wasn't cool with Diddy, he never freaked off, because allegedly there's a freak off tape. Orlando Brown was also saying that Will Smith and Diddy Glover was clapping each other's cheeks, and it's a video that they're selling underground. You know what I'm saying? And we all heard that. So if Orlando Brown's saying that Will Smith and Diddy ran a train on him and Diddy was sitting there choking his chicken and recording it, why wouldn't I believe that? Why wouldn't I not believe it? Pure survival. Let's get those likes up. It's 1,500 people. We should have 1,500 likes in the building. This got to go out in the algorithm. We must support the victims.
Orlando Brown has named Usher, Busta Rhymes, and even Will Smith as people that he and Diddy allegedly had sex with. According to Orlando, Diddy liked to watch people have sex while he touched himself. There are reports that there's an alleged leaked video of Diddy in sexual contact with Will Smith. Orlando Brown has confirmed that this tape does indeed exist, and it's going to get out to the public soon. Will Smith knows that this is going to happen, and he has started to try and distance himself from Diddy. During a recent concert in San Diego, Will Smith said that he had nothing to do with Diddy, and everything that was coming out was a lie.
But the world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true.
And what's real and what's true, and like I told y'all before, Will Smith never stood up to Jada Pinkett. Even when she had that terrible book, Worthy, that came out last year, Pure Survival, she's been having an affair with Tupac's corpse. Rest in peace to Tupac, Pure Survival. But she tells Will Smith when she wake up, oh, I had sex with Tupac in my dream last night. Pure Survival, he made me come, Will. You can't make me come, but Tupac can make me come from the grave. And you never stood up to her. Pure Survival. So you must have knew Orlando Brown was going to come and testify in court, because this is why you came out of nowhere talking about, oh, you never hung with Diddy. Same thing that Jay-Z and Jay-Z's hairstyle did. Jay-Z tried to act like he wasn't friends with Diddy no more. All you sick motherfuckers is going down and y'all all running and haul-assing trying to clear up your name. We got 1,600 people up. Let's get hundreds of likes. Let's get 1,600 likes.
You know, and I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. You be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. Stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie.
Why is Will Smith all of a sudden during Survival want to make an announcement in front of thousands and thousands of people to say that he don't have nothing to do with Diddy Glover? He never been in no freak off. Will, you been in the motherfucking Hollywood from day one. So you've been in way more freaky shit. You know what I'm talking about? You probably had an affair with the dude Carl, what is his name? Carl Winslow. You probably clapped Carl Winslow's cheeks, or Jeffrey the butler from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We can only imagine the freak-offs that you was at, Will Smith. You was at Hugh Hefner's freak-offs. Pure Survival, allegedly. You know what I'm talking about? Wearing Jada Pinkett's clothes, and she was wearing your clothes, running around with a dildo clapping other men's cheeks while you getting your cheeks clapped, allegedly by Dwayne Martin. Pure Survival. You know what I'm saying? So for you to sit there and try to say you ain't been in wanted no freak off. You don't like baby or whoever talking about you, da 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 da. When your wife talked about you for years, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't do nothing to stand up against her. Pure Bible. You went and hauled ass on stage and slapped the facial skin off of Chris Rock, pure survival, but you didn't do nothing to your motherfucking wife when she was getting her cheeks clapped by your son's boyfriend. Yes, I said your son's boyfriend, August Alsina, pure survival. That wasn't your son's friend. That's the only part that they had it mixed up when they said Jada Pinkett was sleeping with her son Jaden Smith's friend. No, that was his boyfriend. And August Alsina clapped Jada Pinkett's cheeks and went and got him a boyfriend. And August Alsina's boyfriend got a boyfriend. Pure survival. That's how demonic your wife's vagina is. This shit crazy. Pure survival.
The world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to like discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. You be making memes. I see the memes. I said, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all their meetings. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. Nah, but I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like there's so many things people say so much stuff, but you know.
And he gonna say he don't like baby oil. So what is it, Will? You like Vaseline? Which way is it? Just not baby oil. It's Vaseline. What was Jada Pinkett clapping your cheeks with? You know what I'm saying? Because for you to say you wasn't in these freak off, Will, I'm sorry. I don't believe it, sir. You know what I mean? And you pick a fine time. Diddy weighs like 7 pounds. 7 pounds, 2 ounces. And that's 5 of his pounds is all beard. It's all gray beard. Pure survival. He's disintegrating in that motherfucking jail. Pure survival. Imagine how his Christmas was. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is crazy, guys. We are surviving Will Smith lying, talking about he wasn't freaking off, getting his cheeks clapped all over the place by Dwayne Martin and other people allegedly. Pure survival.
That one, it was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
Busta Rhymes is another name that has come up in connection to Orlando Brown and Diddy. Big Homie CC says that everyone in the industry knows that Busta Rhymes likes men. And every time he goes to a concert, the producers keep young boys there ready to serve him. Sexual abuse is rampant in Hollywood.
And I had no idea that Busta Rhymes allegedly was clapping men's cheeks. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes, Orlando Brown said that clapped his cheeks too. Pure survival. Prayers for Orlando Brown and prayers for Busta Rhymes' hairline. Prayers for Busta Rhymes' hairline. Because y'all know that this shit is all painted in. Pure survival. He can't get in the swimming pool with that hairline. He can't do none of that shit. Pure survival. Once that shit start raining, all that black shit start pouring down his motherfucking face. Pure survival. We are surviving Busta Rhymes' fake hairline. That motherfucking haircut, that's probably a whole toupee. We are surviving Busta Rhymes' toupee. That's a whole toupee. That can't be real. Pure survival.
The producers keep young boys there, ready to serve him.
And look how happy they look. Oh my God. This is why I believe Orlando Brown. Everybody had their own little freaky happiness when they saw Diddy Glover. Look at these motherfuckers. Oh, Busta like, if you really want to party with me, Let me see what you're doing. Look at this shit. Oh my God. They like, oh, we gonna run a train on Orlando tonight. We gonna run a train on Orlando Brown tonight. Pure survival. We got the baby on. Oh man, this shit gonna be crazy. I'm sorry, Buster. Orlando Brown said it. This is just wow. Pure survival.
Sexual abuse is rampant in Hollywood and the music industry. Young minors are taken advantage of, and all of the biggest actors, celebrities, and politicians help cover up what is happening behind closed doors.
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh, yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh, yeah.
We got 1,700 people in the building. Let's get those likes to 400 immediately. Pure survival. Now listen, this was Busta Rhymes' Bodyguard. If Busta Rhymes' fat bald head, motherfucker bowling ball head bodyguard, Pure Survival, says that he seen Busta Rhymes doing zesty stuff, and this is the goddamn Bodyguard, Pure Survival, you know what I mean? If he had time to put down the food, put down the plate of food, and see Busta Rhymes in the corner allegedly making a man's penis disappear, I'm going to believe this chocolate Humpty Dumpty looking motherfucker. This is the Bodyguard. Shout out to the Bodyguard, Pure Survival.
And politicians help cover up what is happening behind closed doors.
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh, yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh, yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some, we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them, fun boys.
Fun boys. We are surviving the fun boys, and we are surviving the fact that why would the Bodyguard take time out of his no neck having ass day? Pure survival. The man don't even have a neck. So why would he lie? Pure survival. Why would he lie if he don't have a neck? I believe everything that him and his missing neck is saying. He said that they like the Buster like to have fun boys during survival. They call fun boys. You know what I'm saying? And he said he's a zest monster. Do you know what a zest monster is? This is crazy, guys. Get those likes up.
You talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh, yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh, yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some, we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them, fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busby. Cause, you know, I bodyguarded for Ghostface Killer before, you feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn. And my auntie like the biggest Busta Rhymes fan, you feel me?
Why would the Bodyguard say that when he would bodyguard Busta Rhymes, they had to provide him with fun boys? Pure survival. He needed fun boys to be with him during his performances, while this man is bodyguarding him without any neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Bring some, we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them, fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busby. Cause, you know, I bodyguarded for Ghostface Killer before, you feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn. And my auntie like the biggest Busta Rhymes fan, you feel me? Like, every cookout she playing it, all his little fast rapping, all of that, him and Craig Mack playing that. Bro, on my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He was doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin. At the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad
Wow, wow. This is crazy, guys. The bodyguard is taking time out of his missing neck. You know what I mean? Day. Like, and he's moving it around. This head is sitting on his like shoulders and he's moving it around. That's how I know I believe him. Pure survival. How his head is rolling from one shoulder to the next. And he's saying that Busta Rhymes was breaking his motherfucking neck, the one that he got, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? To get this man over in his section. You know, why would the bodyguard say that? Why would the bodyguard and his missing neck say something like that if it wasn't true? Y'all got to get them likes up. This is wild, guys. Pure survival.
So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, he was a gay dude, super cool, some good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. But I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them.
Diddy's alleged.
Wow. So the bodyguard said that Busta Rhymes got the fun boy over in his section, and then they just disappeared together. Pure survival. So anytime you leave your security because you fell in love with a man that you saw at your concert, pure survival, where you didn't even feel like you needed protection anymore. Buster, I don't know. I believe the bodyguard, and I believe the bodyguard's missing neck. And I just seen somebody in the section in the chat just say, well, Jamil, you talking about he ain't got no neck. You ain't got no neck neither. Pure survival. I got half of a goddamn neck. Okay, I don't got all of my motherfucking neck that I used to have. Pure survival. But I still got half of a neck. Damn it. He missing all of his neck. Pure survival. He missing all of his neck. At least I got half of a neck.
Little groups. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them.
Diddy's alleged slave has also come forward and named the celebrities that Diddy is allegedly sexually involved with. In May of 2018, Jonathan Oddie was arrested in connection to a shooting that occurred at Trump's National Doral Golf Course in Miami. During an interrogation into why Jonathan tried to shoot up Trump's golf course, he mentioned that Diddy was actually using him as a sex slave.
And do y'all remember this dude that came out of nowhere? I remember when this dude came out years ago. This is why I believed everything that they said about Diddy Glover and these freak-offs. And Cassie said it. This dude out of nowhere some years ago got locked up and said that he was running from Diddy Glover's freak-off dungeon, and he was one of Diddy Glover's male sex slaves. He was a Diddy Glover's male sex worker and a male sex slave during survival. That's wild. You know what I mean? And he was saying this that long ago. That's why you know you got to believe it.
And the gay mafia in Hollywood was forcing him to commit crimes.
Davis and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay. Who? Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
He said Diddy and Rick Ross, both of them is gay. Shout out to the 2,000 people in the building. He said Diddy and Rick Ross was a part of a sex gang, a gay sex gang or whatever, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And DJ Khaled. We the best. We the best. This shit wild, guys. Why would this man say this for no reason?
That Diddy was actually using him as a sex slave, and the gay mafia in Hollywood was forcing him to commit crimes.
Davis and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay. Who? Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard...
Yo, the dude said this a long time ago. That is wild. That's the same thing that Cassie said. He said that he had sex with Cassie and Diddy was making him have sex with Cassie and he was sitting there filming it. This was a couple years when they caught this dude. Pure our Bible. He's one of the dudes that broke out of the Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon and just ran around and started doing all these crazy robberies and different things like that and said that he was running from a gay Hollywood gang that was after him and after his tasty cakes. This shit wild, guys. And he's saying the same thing. I had sex with Diddy and motherfucking Cassie. Pure our Bible. You know what I mean? So you think I don't believe Orlando Brown saying that they ran a train on him? This wild.
He's a Hamas supporter.
Oh, who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No.
Hamas supporter. Okay. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
He said I had 15 cars and a whole lot. He from another motherfucking country. A whole lot. I had 15 cars and a whole lot. And he said Diddy used to record them.
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No.
Hamas supporter. Okay. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Recently, Meek Mill has also started making headlines for allegedly being Diddy's sexual partner. There are reports that Meek Mill was secretly in a relationship with Diddy. This relationship is being exposed now because Meek Mill was named in Lil Rod's lawsuit. There are reports that the relationship between Diddy and Meek Mill started in the early 2000s, and they started hanging out after Diddy took Meek Mill shopping.
But going back to the lawsuits, one of those plaintiffs that has sued Combs was Rodney Little Rod Jones, a music producer who apparently worked with Combs on his latest album called Love.
And I'm telling you right now, I can't be biased about Meek Mill. Because I don't think Meek Mill is gay. And we both from Philly, so I can't go at Meek Mill too hard. Here's a Bible. But when they had the matching Easter sets with the little guy in between them in that picture, here's a Bible. It looked very fruity. And then I heard the tape where Diddy was supposed to have been allegedly clapping Meek Mill's cheeks. Pills her Bible. I don't want to believe that Meek Mill's had an affair with Diddy. I don't want to believe it. Pills her Bible. But when Diddy say, whatever I want, I have to get. Whatever I want, I have to get. So you never know who he had scrambling and scraping for shit. You never know who Diddy had scrambling and scraping for shit. Here's a Bible. And look at little Rodney. Look at the boy. And I told y'all, prayers for little Rodney. Y'all got to put smash that like button for little Rodney. Because Diddy said to him and little Rodney had an affair. That it was consensual during survival. He said little Rodney in that weird ass motherfucking hat that he got on, pure survival, that little Rodney was pushing up on Diddy Glover. And little Rodney, I'm not gonna lie, pure survival. You in that jean jacket and that motherfucking hat with the jewels going around here, it looked like you and Diddy probably had an affair. Like y'all used to go together. Pure survival. I know you made the beats, little Rodney, for the Love album, but Diddy said it was consensual, that you and him used to go together. And then you got mad at him, and then you put him out there talking about he drugs you, and then clapped your cheeks, pills our Bible, and you woke up in the freak off dungeon with all the rest of the butt naked gay vampires, and they was all sleeping upside down. Oh my God, this shit is wild, guys. This is wild.
Plaintiffs that has sued Combs was Rodney Little Rod Jones, a music producer who apparently worked with Combs on his latest album called Love. Jones says he lived with Combs for a year and witnessed what he claimed was not only debauchery, but also illegal activity. In his lawsuit, Jones names...
And that's why I believe Diddy Glover somewhat, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all can get mad at me all y'all want. Pure Bible. I believe Diddy when Diddy said to him and Little Rodney, out of everybody else, him and Little Rodney used to go together. That they was really having an affair, that it was consensual. And Little Rodney just trying to get some motherfucking money. Pure Bible. But that used to be Diddy Glover's girl. You know what I'm saying? They lived together for a year. What man is going to live with another man and they both like 1,000 and something years old, pure survival, if they're not in a gay relationship? Little Rodney was living with Diddy Glover. So this was a relationship. In my eyes, you living with that man, pure survival, knowing how freaky Diddy is, this is crazy. This is crazy.
After Diddy took Meek Mill's shopping.
But going back to the lawsuits, one of those plaintiffs that has sued Combs was Rodney Little Rod Jones, a music producer who apparently worked with Combs on his latest album called Love. Jones says he lived with Combs for a year and witnessed what he claimed was not only debauchery, but also illegal activity. In his lawsuit, Jones names some very well-known celebrities like Cuba Gooding Jr., who he claims sexually assaulted him on a yacht that...
And he said Cuba Gooding Jr. also ran a train on him. Diddy Glover and Cuba Gooding Jr. And he said Cuba Gooding was acting like radio during the sex act. He was in that motherfucker, I want to hit him next. I want my football. I want my football. And I want Lil Rodney butt cheeks. And I want my football. He said he turned into radio during the sex act. That is wild. He turned into radio.
In his lawsuit, Jones names some very well-known celebrities like Cuba Gooding Jr., who he claims sexually assaulted him on a yacht that Combs had rented for a holiday cruise in 2022. Other celebrities' names are redacted from the suit. For example, the lawsuit reads, quote, rapper redacted on Mr. Combs' yacht consorting with underage girls, sex workers. And then in a footnote, it says, he is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Now, based on that, online sleuths quickly deduced that suit was likely talking about Meek Mill. He dated Nicki Minaj for a couple of years between 2015 and 2017, and he was her opening act on a world tour. Once people decided that the lawsuit was referring to Meek Mill, these rumors started to circulate about his possible involvement or participation in Combs' activities.
And like I said, I don't want to believe that Meek Mills had an affair with Diddy, pure survival. I just don't want to believe that, but there's other people that believe otherwise. Let's get those likes to 500. But my whole thing is Diddy was able to convince people and make them feel comfortable and call you, ooh, I like that daddy. Call you daddy and tell you how proud he is of you and get you somewhere. So I don't know if he got Meek Mill somewhere, pure survival, and made him think that they were just friends and then tried to come on to him during survival and tried to give him a mark of passion. Probably reached over and tried to suck on his neck and Meek backed up off of him. If you hear recently, Meek Mill said no Diddy, pure survival. He came out recently and said no Diddy gang. You know what I'm saying? This is wild. Like a lot of people, just like Orlando Brown, I pray for all the victims. You know what I mean? I think everybody was a victim of Diddy Glover. Pure survival. Let's get those likes up. We got over 2,000 people.
Once people decided that the lawsuit was referring to Meek Mill, these rumors started to circulate about his possible involvement or participation in Combs' activities. Meek Mill himself has been vocal about his name being brought up alongside allegations of abuse, drug use, sex with underage girls. He has claimed online that his success in the industry, as well as his work to reform the criminal justice system, has made him a target. And Meek Mill is very active on X, formerly Twitter. He has voiced his thoughts about the lawsuit as well as the rumors. In September, he tweeted, quote, from the streets of Philly to becoming a millionaire, to helping reform the system, to bridging a gap of billionaires, to interacting with the rap culture that results in success. It's a lot of people hating on me on the low. They don't play with guns, they do campaigns. And he also tweeted several times about the rumors surrounding his sexuality. For example, one tweet reads, I have the right to say I ain't gay, and I'll trash anybody that play with my manhood.
And you see that? That's when Meek Mills was having the rant, the gay rant, like letting people know that he's not with the, the butt naked, gay vampires that be upside down. And I told y'all, if you go to Diddy Glover's Freak Off Dungeon, there's butt naked gay vampires that be upside down. And you have to have garlic on your neck for you not to be abducted in the Freak Off Dungeon. You must have garlic. Like this piece I got right here, Pure Survival, is garlic. I got garlic inside of this goddamn piece. So if I ever end up in a Freak Off Dungeon with the butt naked gay vampires and the Freak Off mermaid slaves, I will pull out this garlic and throw this shit right in Diddy's eyeballs. Pure Survival. And it'll burn his eyes. This shit is crazy, guys.
Well, then earlier this week, he put an offer on the table, a $100,000 reward for anyone who can figure out how he got named in Rodney Jones' lawsuit in the first place. He tweeted, "I want to hire an investigative team, $100K cash, to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill name to Diddy case. I also want them to look at who is powering the media involving Meek, anything to do with Buddy." And then in quotes, "something not right." And then he followed that up minutes later with, "The streets know what's up with me. That's not the case. We're talking about business side. Somebody powering these bad campaigns with Meek Mill."
Now, if I was Meek, I wouldn't have been doing all of this because Meek was like going on a whole rant trying to prove that he's not gay. And shout out to LBG community because y'all know we love everybody over here. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But Meek Mills was just like going on this long rant because he was snapping out saying, "I've never dated Diddy Glover. We've never went steady. You know what I'm saying? We've never went out on a date. We you know what I'm saying?" So this is what Meek Mills is saying.
Well, again, I got $100K for a thorough investigation of what's powering and how exactly my name connect to this.
Gene Deal has also gone over the situation and said that his people in Philadelphia know that Meek Mill was involved with Diddy. Allegedly, Meek Mills got into a relationship with Diddy so Diddy could help him grow his career. This industry is based on sexual favors. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Danny Masterson, and R. Kelly all used sexual favors as a form of currency. And that's
Wow. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that that's true. They saying everybody in Hollywood they have to do sexual favors to get to a certain level. Pure survival. Like Weinstein, Heinstein. Put a one in the chat if you think that you got to do sexual favors to get further in the goddamn industry. Oh, it's a lot of ones in the chat right now. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? 1,800 people, and y'all see I got that Pure Survival merch on. You see that? That's a Pure Survival shirt. Make sure you go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com and you can grab you some Pure Survival merch because you got to survive the industry, and we're going to do it together. Look, everybody putting a one in the chat that you think that you got to have a sexual favor. You got to do sexual favors to get further. Let's get those likes to 600. This is wild.
with Diddy. Allegedly, Meek Mills got into a relationship with Diddy so Diddy could help him grow his career. This industry is based on sexual favors. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Danny Masterson, and R. Kelly all used sexual favors as a form of currency, and that's what Diddy did with his artists too. Usher became a hit because he did whatever Diddy asked him to do.
Meek Mills. Well, he said a Philly rapper. You understand? And it was redacted in the paperwork to that because first of all, it had Meek Mills, it had Stevie J, they had redacted their names, and they had Usher, and they redacted their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper.
Wow. Shout out to Gene Deal, guys. If you don't know who this is Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard. You know what I mean? And we are surviving Gene Deal's kneecaps over here on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to Gene Deal and a shout out to Gene Deal's kneecaps for calling this out. You know what I mean? Like his kneecaps didn't have to do that and go out his way and call this out. Shout out to Gene Deal and shout out to Gene Deal's kneecaps. Pure survival.
Redacted their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper. Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, listen here, man. My dudes in Philly, I got some real strong dudes in Philly. They don't play that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I will give it up to Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps right there. Pure survival. I'm not wearing a matching Easter set with no man. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? That me and my woman, we dress alike. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not dressing alike with a boy during survival. I'm not dressing alike with a boy unless me and that boy had something going on, like we were going steady. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll match with my lady, but I'm not matching with a boy. You know what I'm saying? and we 100 and something years old. That's a whole like relationship. They got matching bicycles, you know what I'm talking about? Matching ugly Christmas sweaters, pure survival, matching pajamas, you know, that like and that's why I say like I don't want to say Meek Mill's, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody's sexuality, but I'm gonna tell you right now. If I was gay, the whole world would know. Pure survival, because I'm not sitting in no closet. I'm not. I will come the fuck out the closet real fast. Come on, Frank Ocean, you. Come on, come out the closet. Let's go. Come on. I'm out here, Jaden. Come on. I'm not going to sit there and I'm going to be my motherfucking self. Pure survival. If that was my thing, you know. So Meek and whoever else that Diddy may have had an affair with, you can get married now. You know what I mean? It's not like being gay back in the day where you had to hide the shit. Pure survival. You can literally throw rice and walk down the aisle. So don't be ashamed of who you are. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys, and prayers for Orlando Brown. And shout out to Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, and shout out to Gene Deal's kneecaps.
Was a little too friendly. Anytime two rap as Stevie J, they have redacted their names, and they had Usher, and they redacted their names and just said performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper. Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, listen here, man. My dudes in Philly, I got some real strong dudes in Philly. They don't play that shit. And they probably embarrassed for the fact to see that Meek Mills, one of the street guys that came out of there, got caught up in this Hollywood.
Like Gene Deal just said, it's called Hollyweird. Pure survival. It's not Hollywood, it's Hollyweird. Oh my God, this is crazy.
One of the street guys that came out of there got caught up in this Hollywood, whereas that he's dressing the same, he dressing laying down.
Tapes of Diddy's sexual encounter are circulating on the internet and have allegedly been handed over to the FBI too. Courtney Burgess, a man closely associated with Diddy and his ex-wife Kim Porter, has come forward and testified in front of a grand jury. Courtney claims that Kim Porter gave him 8.
And you guys remember this milk chocolate, milk dud head motherfucker, TD Jakes looking motherfucking twin, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? You remember this dude. This is the dude who came and went and testified in front of a grand jury and brought some of Diddy's freak off tapes and Kim Porter, rest in peace to Kim Porter, her book that she was coming out with. You know, I'm waiting to see these motherfucking freak off tapes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see them, but I want to know who's, like, when it goes public. You know what I'm saying? Pure survival. So this is the milk dud head motherfucker right here, that TD Jake's twin that had the actual tapes. So we got 2,100 people in the building, guys. Let's get those lights up. We are surviving the industry.
Forward and testified in front of a grand jury. Courtney claims that Kim Porter gave him 8 of Diddy's freak-off tapes, plus her memoir. This memoir has detailed descriptions of how Diddy was carrying out his operation, and this has now been handed over to the FBI.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Now you hear that? I don't know if Orlando Brown is on this freak off tape, Pure Survival, but I know in my heart that Justin Bieber definitely probably on them tapes. He said it's 2 boy stars that were minors that's on Diddy Glover's freak off tape, Pure Survival, that this bowling ball milk dud head motherfucker that had on tape. he already gave it to the grand jury during survival. If he happened to be lying, they is going to cook this motherfucker. Pure survival. He's going to be locked the fuck up right with Diddy Glover if he don't really got those goddamn tapes. Pure survival. But I believe him in his bowling ball milk dud ass head. I believe what he's saying. You know what I mean? I just think he's kind of slow during survival. I think he's kind of slow. But he said it's two little minor boys. And if Orlando Brown is going to go and testify, I'm with the shits. Pure survival. Let's get those likes up to 600. We got over 2,000 people in the building. Pure survival.
Men and 2 women. How many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
Appear to
they
be.
were right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be
me rephrase
right,
it.
based on yes.
Understood. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Wow, see, so y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Pure survival. Everybody that sit there and talk about Orlando Brown need to go sit his crackhead self down. Pure survival. I said I don't care how much crack Orlando Brown do from time to time. Pure survival. He was 13 years old. What do y'all expect him to do when he has all of this trauma? Pure survival that's going on. And you see what the milk dud head just told the news lady that the minors that was on Diddy Glover's freak off tapes that he turned over, they were all inebriated during survival. So Orlando Brown has been high ever since the freak offs. They all are forced to do drugs and do all types of shit and get their tasty cakes clapped during survival. I'm stuttering my motherfucking words. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get them likes up. Let's get them goddamn likes up. We must protect the goddamn children. Pure survival.
Based on yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all. To be honest, all.
Were victims or were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized, meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, so they was doing.
And I'm not going to let y'all say that this bowling ball, milk dud, chocolate head motherfucker should be locked up, because what was he doing with the child pornography during survival? That is a good goddamn question, Courtney. What were you doing with the child pornography? You've been holding on to these freak-off tapes for all these years. Press survival. I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to your bald-ass motherfucker head. Why didn't you turn these tapes over a long time ago? Press survival. I'm talking to you, you generic motherfucking TD Jakes looking motherfucker. Press survival. Why did you still have the child pornography all this time, and you wait until Diddy Glover go to jail? Press survival. Were you masturbating off of them tapes, sir? That's what they should have asked this dude. What was he doing with them tapes that long? Pure survival. Who looks onto a tape and sees something sexually happening or anything to a kid on tape, and you hold on to the motherfuckers for all these years, Pure survival, and done nothing about it? Courtney, you know what I'm saying? That's what we need to figure out. What the fuck was that man doing with them tapes his own goddamn self? Pure survival.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all. To be honest, all.
Were victims or
Victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized, meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, so they was doing.
New allegations from musician Tania Wallace have added another layer of controversy to the already damning case against Sean Diddy Combs. In the documentary, TMZ presents the downfall of Diddy. Inside the Freak-Offs, Wallace recounted attending a 2018 party hosted by Diddy, where she claims to have witnessed minors being abused by a group of adults. Allegedly, Harvey Levine, the founder of TMZ, has seen tapes that corroborate Tania's claims.
And I want to start with Tania Wallace, who claims she's been at a freak-off and said she saw children, and it was hard for her to say it.
It was very hard for her to say it, Ashley. So what she said was that she was flown out from LA to Miami by the Saudi prince, and they ended up eventually on Star Island at one of Diddy's parties. She said...
And do y'all remember this girl right here? Pure survival. Oh, I'm about to burst out crying. This is the girl right here. I'm prayers for her weave. I'm praying for her weave right now. Pure survival. She survived Diddy Glover's freak-off dungeon. They was in there trying to butter her biscuit the whole entire party. Pure survival. And she said she seen little motherfuckers walking around dressed like leprechauns. Pure survival. And they were children. She survived, and so did her weave. Her weave made it out of Diddy Glover's freak-off dungeon with no sperm inside of it. Pure survival. You ever seen a weave with sperm inside of it? Pure survival. This shit is wild. This is wild, man. Prayers for the goddamn survivors.
Hard for her to say it, Ashley. So what she said was that she was flown out from LA to Miami by the Saudi prince, and they ended up eventually on Star Island at one of Diddy's parties. She says, you know, among many other things, I mean, she goes into detail. This, she says, happened in 2018. She says that she walked into the house and there was a cluster of adults around what she described as little people. And they were dressed up as Japanese Barbies.
Did you see that? A cluster of adults surrounding the little minors like a rap cipher, pure survival, and had them dressed up like little geisha girls. The little, whatever they just said, dressed up like some leprechauns, little geisha girls, all kinds of shit inside of Diddy Glover's freak-off dungeon. And what kind of sick shit is that? This is wild, guys. This is wild.
Details, she says, happened in 2018. She says that she walked into the house and there was a cluster of adults around what she described as little people. And they were dressed up as Japanese Barbies. I forgot the name. It's Herrick something. You can help me out here. It's a certain type of Barbie. Anyway.
It's a certain kind of Barbie. I think he's talking about a geisha girl. He said that they was dressed up like Japanese something. You know what I mean? A Japanese Barbie. But I think that's a geisha girl. Pierce my Bible. Ain't that a goddamn geisha girl? Had them dressed up like geisha girls. Little ass kids. Pierce my Bible. This is very sick. Oh my God.
Of adults around what she described as little people. And they were dressed up as Japanese Barbies. I forgot the name. It's Herrick something. You can help me out here. It's a certain type of Barbie. Anyway.
I know the name, but I've forgotten it. But go ahead.
So she explained that they were just clustered around these little people. And I kept pushing her. And she eventually said, look, they are little people who should not be at an adult party. And I pushed her, and it was apparent what she was saying is they were minors. Now,
do you hear this, guys? Oh my God. And this is what Orlando Brown and other kids had to go through during survival. Do you understand that they were goddamn minors? What were they doing at these fucking sick events? Pure survival. Walking around seeing these nasty, disgusting fucking adults walking around buck-ass naked. titties got surgery. The breast implants went bad. Pure survival in the freak off dungeon where one of the white ladies' breast implants exploded. Pure survival. And then the shit started shooting out all over the place. Pure survival. Breast implant juice. This shit is wild, guys. You know what I'm saying? That had to been experienced at these sick events. There were children there. That's why I believe Orlando Brown. Pure survival.
They are little people who should not be at an adult party. And I pushed her, and it was apparent what she was saying is they were minors. Now, she didn't see anything specific that was going on with them other than that adults were kind of huddled around them. But she told just a wild story about what was going on at the house, even at 7 in the morning.
7 in the morning. Just tell me, if these kids don't belong to you, pure survival, what were they doing at this party at 7 o'clock in the morning? Pure survival. I'm talking about no parents dressed up like geisha dolls. You know what I'm saying? That's very sick. And the fact that Orlando Brown went from the motherfucking Nickelodeon to the That's So Raven, this shit is crazy. Salute to the lounge in the building. My baby just come in there telling y'all to smash that like button. You know what I'm talking about? Pure survival. We over here, the lounge, we are praying for Orlando Brown. Pure survival. He's finally standing up and got the courage to testify against these sick individuals. And I'm praying with Orlando Brown and all of the victims during survival.
Them. But she told just a wild story about what was going on at the house, even at 7 in the morning, that this thing apparently raged all night long.
You know, it's amazing. TMZ always gets such great scoops, and this one might be one of your best as well. You got a hold of one of the freak-off tapes. Your producers have seen it. The description is, and I'll quote, "It's porn directed by Diddy himself." And a male sex worker...
Wow, do y'all see that? They got one of the freak-off tapes. One or two. Pure survival. And they saw the freak-off tape directed by Diddy Glover. Directed by Diddy Glover. So these tapes definitely exist. And they're coming out slowly but surely. They saw the freak-off tapes. This is wild. Let's get them likes up to 700. Pure survival. You know what I mean?
Aged all night long.
You know, it's amazing. TMZ always gets such great scoops, and this one might be one of your best as well. You got a hold of one of the freak-off tapes. Your producers have seen it. The description is, and I'll quote, "It's porn directed by Diddy himself." And a male sex worker really sort of walks through what happened in the experiences that he had. They didn't sound illegal, but they sure seem to comport with a lot of the other stories that have been told.
And they also seen one of the tapes where it wasn't illegal. It was a whole freak off orgy, cheeks clapping everywhere, where it was adults, where it wasn't minors. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not illegal to be disgusting in the bedroom. It's not illegal to be disgusting. If you and your partner want to be disgusting, pure survival, and have sex with no curtains in the whole entire house so the neighborhood can see y'all having sex, pure survival. If y'all adults, that's cool, because that's what y'all into. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the children. We don't care about the Diddy Glover freak-off tape that they was allowed to have. We want the illegal ones to put them all in jail. All them sick people in Hollywood. Pure survival. We want them to lose all the weight that they lose all their weight, like how Diddy lost all his weight. That man weighs 6 pounds. Pure survival right now. Salute to Tim H. Just hit that super chat. Pure survival. Keep spreading the truth. That's what we got to do. We got to get these demonic people out the industry. Let's get those likes to 700. Pure survival.
Aged all night long.
You know, it's amazing. TMZ always gets such great scoops, and this one might be one of your best as well. You got a hold of one of the freak-off tapes. Your producers have seen it. The description is, and I'll quote, "It's porn directed by Diddy himself." And a male sex worker really sort of walks through what happened in the experiences that he had. They didn't sound illegal, but they sure seem to comport with a lot of the other stories that have been told.
Yeah. So the this was a threesome. What you would ask me about earlier about Tania Wallace, she said there were more than 100 people at that party, including at least.
So you all hear this? This is the freak off threesome that they saw. Pure survival. The freak off threesome. Now, if I told you that Orlando Brown is saying that Jay-Z and Diddy Glover ran a train on him, allegedly ran a train on him, pure survival, and a whole bunch of other fucking rappers that's supposed to ran a train on him, and different people in the industry, actors, motherfucking R&B singers. He said Usher is a gusher. Pure survival. Usher is a squirter. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about the freak off threesome that Diddy Glover had that this man seen with his own face and his own mustache. Pure survival. He said watching the tape, you can smell the poop coming through just from watching the tape. Just from watching Diddy Glover's freak off tape, you can smell the poop coming through the TV. This shit is wild. You can smell the poop coming through the goddamn TV. That's how you know that these freak offs was wild and very funky during survival. Let's get those, like, we got 2,100 motherfuckers. Get those likes up to 700. Pure survival.
I've been told.
Yeah. So the this was a threesome. What you would ask me about earlier about Tania Wallace, she said there were more than 100 people at that party, including at least 4 celebrities. But this, what you're talking about now, was a threesome, and that's something that the U.S. attorney even referenced, and his lawyer in an earlier documentary we did. He was describing threesomes. He says it was all consensual. So yes. What we're told is that this male sex worker was flown out to various locations over a couple of years. Miami, New York, Los Angeles.
See, so that's not illegal. If Diddy Glover flown out a grown man with a mustache and a beard, pure survival, a wiener dangling from his motherfucker, and he's of age, and he got, you know what I'm saying? And Diddy is of age, and they both like boys, that's not illegal. So they must be talking about a freak off with Diddy's one of his sex workers, you know what I'm saying, that he flew out in Cassie or whoever else. But that's not the illegal freak off. Did he want to sit there and choke his motherfucking chicken and record this male sex worker clapping Cassie's cheeks without her permission? Now that's a problem, pure survival. But we don't know who Diddy, you know what I'm saying, was doing this threesome with this dude that had a full-blown beard that he flew over to come so he could record, have sex with whoever else. Or it might have been all three just number men. It could have been Diddy, Will Smith, and this sex worker, pure survival. But all what I'm saying is everybody in this threesome was of age, pure survival. So they could be a disgusting all the fuck they want. All three of they breath smell like each other's nutsack. Pure survival.
It was a threesome. What you would ask me about earlier about Tania Wallace, she said there were more than 100 people at that party, including at least 4 celebrities. But this, what you're talking about now, was a threesome, and that's something that the U.S. attorney even referenced, and his lawyer in an earlier documentary we did. He was describing threesomes. He says it was all consensual. So yes, what we're told is that this male sex worker was flown out to various locations over a couple of years, Miami, New York, Los Angeles, and one other. And they would meet in hotel rooms, and Diddy would often watch as he would have sex with this woman who was associated with Diddy. So
okay, so I'm thinking that that's Cassie. Smash that like button if y'all think the woman is Cassie, or do y'all think that it was Jennifer Lopez, pure survival, or y'all think it was Mary J. Blige, or was it Ellen DeGeneres? Who is the woman that, because Diddy was flying this male sex worker out for years. So he must have been his favorite. Diddy had a favorite male sex worker, pure survival, that he liked to watch clap his girl's cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said Mary, Oprah Winfrey, motherfucking Mary J. Blige, J-Lo, pure survival, Alon. Somebody said LeBron James, Ellen. You know what I'm saying? Jenny on a block. Damn, it's a lot of people that this could have been right here. that the male sex worker had to fly out and clap the girl's cheeks. Hold on, what did my baby say? She said J ho ho. Oh my God, the lounge is hilarious. Pure Bible. Yo, this is crazy. So this was Diddy Glover's favorite male sex worker. I didn't even think about that. So he had a favorite dude that he liked to watch smash his girl. You know what I'm saying? Or any other female that he would sit there and watch. And he didn't watch the dude from the front. He liked to watch the man clap his girl's cheeks and sit right there so he can look at the male sex worker's cheeks. See, Diddy will sit there and record Pure Bible so he can be looking at the male sex worker's cheeks at the same time. He don't even want to see the girl. Pure Bible. He want to sit there and record and look at the man. He's sitting there jerking off. Pure Bible. Ho ho. Pure survival. This is crazy, guys. Man.
I've been told.
Yeah. So this was a threesome. What you would ask me about earlier about Tania Wallace, she said there were more than 100 people at that party, including at least 4 celebrities. But this, what you're talking about now, was a threesome, and that's something that the U.S. attorney even referenced, and his lawyer in an earlier documentary we did. He was describing threesomes. He says it was all consensual. So yes, what we're told is that this male sex worker was flown out to various locations over a couple of years: Miami, New York, Los Angeles, and one other. And they would meet in hotel rooms, and Diddy would often watch as he would have sex with this woman who was associated with Diddy. So that seems to be what the feds are looking at right now in terms of alleged sex trafficking, if they are transporting somebody and perhaps paying them to cross state lines. That could end up being part of sex trafficking. We know that this guy got a subpoena and he ended up not testifying before the grand.
I want to ask y'all, put a 1 in the chat if you think that sex trafficking, right? Let's say you meet a woman and you pay for her to fly out to you. Not to do nothing crazy. I'm talking about a woman that's of age, pure survival, and you pay for the flight. I don't think that that's sex trafficking to me. You know what I mean? And if she's a prostitute, she the one who's selling her pussy, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So how I'm getting locked up when she sold me the pussy? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you flying somebody out, you know what I'm saying, and like, I don't know, like without they will, like I don't know how you can fly somebody out through. Look, everybody's saying a 1. How do you fly out an adult? Because I'm talking about now the minors. To me, you fly them out, that's sex trafficking. Go your ass straight to jail. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about an adult. That's like crazy. Look, shout out to my baby, the lounge. Just hit a 1 in the motherfucking joint. You know what I'm saying? Like we fly each other out all the time. You know what I mean? In various different situations. Let's say she fly me out, I fly her out. So now she's sex trafficking me, and then that's my woman, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? How are we sex trafficking each other? If she pay for my flight or I pay for her. But I'm talking, now if it's a minor and you do that, to me, that's sex trafficking. But far as an adult that's been selling funky vagina for years, pure survivor, and she want to come over and sell her vagina to Diddy Glover, I don't feel like that's a charge, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You got females in Atlantic City and Vegas selling pussy for $30. Pure survival, $25. And it's like legal. You know what I'm saying? Down that motherfucker. Look, I got some funky pussy. It's salt and vinegar, you know what I mean, pussy, and $25. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is I'm all based on the minors. I'm based on the people that's getting drugged. Even the women that's getting drugged. Let's say if she got flown out and she's of age, but then she went into Diddy Glover's freak-off dungeon and got drugged. That's the case to me. You know what I'm saying? But not the willing. I don't want the people that was willing to do certain shit. that was on groupie time, pure survival, I don't look at you as no goddamn victim. Pure survival. You was trying to get pregnant by one of these freak off monsters. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that are genuinely victims, those are the ones I care about during survival. Those are the ones that I care about during survival.
We know that this guy got a subpoena and he ended up not testifying before the grand jury, but talking to prosecutors. And we're told that he left that tape with them.
Wow. So he left the tape with the grand jury. Wait till that shit pop. Let's get those likes up to 800. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad Orlando Brown is coming out and he's testifying against these people because it's making a whole lot of other shit come to light. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z, you is going down too. You hear me, you egghead motherfucker, Pure Survival? You too, damn it.
To prosecutors, and we're told that he left that tape with them.
Several celebrities have been named in the upcoming lawsuit against Diddy, while others have had lawsuits filed against them. One of these celebrities is Jay-Z. Allegedly, Diddy wasn't working alone and had a whole ring of powerful people around him that were helping him carry out this abuse. The victim of this assault, who was allegedly 13 at the time of the assault, claims that Diddy and Jay-Z raped her at an after-party following the MTV video.
And y'all hear this, right? Now, I told y'all they had the minor come out and tell the story. The girl that was 13 years old, pure survival. Her story sounds horrible, but I think that they put her out there knowing she's a special needs type of, you know what I mean, girl, whatever. They put her out there on purpose to make her sound like that, just to try to discredit all the other victims. Pure survival. I don't know why, who pushed that girl to get interviewed, but I still believe she was a goddamn victim. Pure survival. You know what I mean? It's people being paid off, all kinds of shit. Jay-Z and his lawyer and his hair is out spreading rumors on Tony Buttstink. Got this woman filing a charge saying that Tony Buttstink, the lawyer Tony Buttstink, gave her athlete's feet. Gave her athlete's feet and gingivitis during survival. Gave her athlete's feet and gingivitis. Gonna give her these STDs. But this is what Jay-Z's lawyers and what Jay-Z's hairstyle is doing to try to get out of his sick, alleged ways. But if they ran a train on Orlando Brown, you know what I'm saying, when he was 13, pure survival, and this girl saying that this happened to her when she was 13, I don't know what to believe. This is all allegedly, guys. But I'm telling you now, it's not far-fetched. It's just not far-fetched. After the things I've been hearing about these sick individuals, let's get those likes up to 800. Bible.
This abuse. The victim of this assault, who was allegedly 13 at the time of the assault, claims that Diddy and Jay-Z raped her at an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York City.
So that's that. Now, as far as Jay-Z is concerned, this could really go one of two ways. This might be an isolated one-off case that he has to defend, or potentially it could be a Me Too type situation where other victims come forward. Obviously, we saw that with Diddy and Cassie Ventura. So the coming days and weeks are really going to be telling. And Tony Busby says there's more than 100, maybe up to 300 victims he's representing. So it's going to be interesting.
You hear that? Tony Buttstink said that it's going to be over 300 victims. I think he might be representing Orlando Brown during survival. I think he might be representing Orlando Brown.
He has to defend. Or potentially it could be a Me Too type situation where other victims come forward. Obviously, we saw that with Diddy and Cassie Ventura. So the coming days and weeks are really going to be telling. And Tony Busby says there's more than 100, maybe up to 300 victims he's representing. So it's going to be interesting to see if any of them also name Jay-Z.
And Nina, if such a high-profile name like Jay-Z has come out, could more celebrity names be tied to these lawsuits? What do you think we can expect?
No question. This may just be the first celebrity domino, and Jay-Z was unmasked as celebrity A, but let's not forget there's a celebrity B.
Whoa, do y'all remember that? They said that Jay-Z was unmasked. Him in his horrible looking hairstyle was unmasked as the A-list freak-off celebrity, pure survival, that was allegedly having this thing with this 13-year-old minor. And he said, don't forget, Celebrity D still haven't been unmasked. Yes, she had. Pure survival. Jennifer Lopez, you know what I'm saying, is the one that was unmasked. You know what I'm talking about? Jennifer Lopez. To me, Jennifer Lopez is the female celebrity that was in the freak off tape. Diddy Glover's lawyer, I think one of them, Jay-Z's lawyer, revealed that Jennifer Lopez was the female celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Who do y'all think that was the female celebrity with Jay-Z and Diddy and the Miners? I'm gonna hear what y'all say. Pure survival. I think it's Jennifer Lopez is the celebrity, the female celebrity.
Question. This may just be the first celebrity domino, and Jay-Z was unmasked as celebrity A, but let's not forget there's a celebrity B in that same lawsuit that allegedly witnessed the sexual assault, a female celebrity. And there was someone who went on CNN earlier this week and said that his sexual assault was witnessed by another celebrity as well. So I think we're going to see more celebrity.
Wow, it's going to be even more celebrities. I didn't even know that. There's a new male celebrity that said Diddy clapped his cheeks, pure survival, or Diddy or Jay-Z allegedly clapped his cheeks, and there was another celebrity there watching. This is wow. So the celebrities, they just, even if they ain't participating, they sitting there watching it happen. Pure survival. You're just as bad. You smelled the poop in the air. You smelled the funky vagina. You was there and you did nothing. Pure survival.
That his sexual assault was witnessed by another celebrity as well. So I think we're going to see more celebrity names identified very soon.
All right, Nima Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us. As you said, this is one that has entered the court of public opinion. It's nice to have your actual legal advice on this one.
The details of this lawsuit are shocking, and they mention several other celebrities. Diddy and Jay-Z would drug and rape minors, while these celebrities would help them cover it up.
Busby say about Jay-Z, the artist, the businessman. Well, the complaint begins.
And that's crazy right there. That's crazy.
Drug and rape minors, while these celebrities would help them cover it up.
Busby say about Jay-Z.
Now this is Tony Busting. Tony Busting don't look like he has gingivitis. And he doesn't look like he has athlete's feet, pure Bible. But I don't know if he goes out jogging to where it calls athlete's feet. I don't know if his breath is funky as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? But he just doesn't look like a guy that will give a woman gingivitis. Even if he has gingivitis and athlete's feet, pure Bible, Jay-Z, you in the hair and your goddamn lawyer. I don't think that Tony Busting will intentionally give somebody gingivitis. He might have went on a date and kissed the woman, pure Bible, and then her breath started smelling like his, and it came that way. But he didn't intentionally give her gingivitis or intentionally give her athlete's feet, pure Bible. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta get them likes up. This is wild, guys.
That has entered the court of public opinion. It's nice to have your actual legal advice on this one.
The details of this lawsuit are shocking, and they mention several other celebrities. Diddy and Jay-Z would drug and rape minors, while these celebrities would help them cover it up.
Busby say about Jay-Z, the artist, the businessman. Well, the complaint begins. Defendant Sean Combs, along with his longtime friend and collaborator, Sean Carter, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Another celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns assaulting the minor. Many others were present at the after-party but did nothing to stop the assault. Combs had been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner without any consequences. He believes he is above the law. He is not. His close friend Sean Carter has been with Combs during many such instances described herein. Both perpetrators must face justice. So that seems to suggest that Sean Carter, Jay-Z, was not only present or participated in this alleged, what is essentially a crime, but for other instances. And
now y'all hear that? So like I said, allegedly Orlando Brown is agreeing to testify that Jay-Z and Diddy allegedly ran a train on him and other rappers, pure survival. And he's allegedly getting represented by Tony Busting. You know what I'm saying? And just like they just said, Jay-Z is being named in a whole bunch of other new shit that's going to be starting the new year off during survival. So we're going to be surviving Jay-Z's hairstyle, you know what I'm saying, all through next year. This is wild.
Suggest that Sean Carter, Jay-Z, was not only present or participated in this alleged, what is essentially a crime, but for other instances. And that's really interesting. That's why I bring up this idea of, could he be hit with more lawsuits if you take these allegations as true? Now, the complaint goes on to say, Combs and Carter were not simply occasional collaborators in the music industry. The two men developed a close friendship that has been well documented from the late 1990s to the present. Together, they attended countless music industry events for each other's business ventures, parties, and after parties. Indeed, the two are apparently so close that Combs stated in 2023 that Carter is the only person, other than Combs' mother, who is allowed to call him by his legal first name.
And why would Diddy Glover say that? Did any of y'all hear that when Diddy said, "Can nobody call me Sean Carter," pure Bible, but motherfucking Jay-Z? Jay-Z, why would a man say that only one man in the world, only one person, two people, his mother and Jay-Z, can call him by his real name, pure Bible? So this is why I think that there was an alleged affair between both of them. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen Diddy Glover grab a hold of Jay-Z's rear end on stage when they were performing, pure Bible. He wasn't thinking about the microphone. He was thinking about Jay-Z's tasty cakes the whole time on that at that concert, pure Bible. All hot and bothered and sweaty and horny up on that goddamn stage. You know what I'm saying? Why would he say that them two, my mom and Jay-Z, can only call me my real name? They had to been going together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get them likes up, guys. I want to get them likes to 1,000, 2,000 people in the building, pure Bible.
That Combs stated in 2023 that Carter is the only person, other than Combs' mother, who is allowed to call him by his legal first name of Sean. In 2000, near the height of their fame, power, and influence, Combs and Carter attended the 2000 Video Music Awards in New York City. Afterwards, Combs hosted an after-party for many of the most famous celebrities in the music and entertainment industries, including Carter, which is where the events alleged in this complaint occurred. I should also say that Busby also used this complaint to address an alleged harassment.
Now there is possibility. Excuse me, guys. Pardon me for a minute. We must do some dental work. Pure Bible. So if Jay-Z's lawyer is trying to say that this man gave that woman gingivitis, let's look inside of Tony Buttstink's mouth. Do it look like the man has gingivitis? Pure Bible. Let's look in there. I don't know. Pure Bible. Does it look like when he's talking right now, does it look like it stink? Like he's saying some shit that's like, it's funky as a motherfucker? I don't know. The forehead creasing up, pure Bible, it's possible. I don't know if his breath was stinking at this moment. I don't know if he was suffering for gingivitis. But I'm not going to let Jay-Z and let Jay-Z's lawyer talk about him giving this woman STD, giving her gingivitis. Pure Bible. I'm not going to let them do that. Plus, what do that got to do with the tapes? What does that got to do with the victims? So what if his breath stinks? At least he's fighting for the victims. You know what I'm saying? Tony, we standing with you. And your gingivitis. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
Which is where the events alleged in this complaint occurred. I should also say that Busby also used this complaint to address an alleged harassment campaign that he claims Jay-Z started after Busby reached out about his involvement in the suit. The complaint reads, Carter was identified in plaintiff's original complaint as Celebrity A. Prior to the filing of this amended complaint, Carter received a letter from plaintiff's counsel requesting a mediation to resolve this matter. Upon present information and belief, Jay-Z responded to said letter by not only filing an utterly frivolous lawsuit, the one that I mentioned before, but by also orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, bullying, and intimidation against plaintiff's lawyers, their families, employees, and former associates in an attempt to silence plaintiff from naming Jay-Z herein. This effort was meant to scare plaintiff and to discredit her counsel. That effort failed. Indeed, plaintiff chose to file this amendment as a result of the egregious conduct perpetuated by Carter.
Tony Busby, the lawyer bringing the case against Jay-Z, says that he has more than 250 victims that are all
250 victims. That is wow during survival. Even if 250 alleged victims, let's just say 150 ain't telling the truth. And the other 100 telling the goddamn truth. That is wow. And that is very sick during survival if these men allegedly done these sick acts. And I told y'all, you see this, right? This that pure survival. You see that say pure survival. All you got to do is go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com and you can survive with me. I told y'all, we got pure survival cell phone cases, hats, motherfucking pure survival thongs to protect yourself. from ladies, yes, we got the thongs over there. You know what I'm saying? So if a man trying to push up on you, pure survival, and clap your cheeks, you can say, no, I got my pure survival thongs and pure survival panties on. You not getting none of this, Rajon. You not getting none of this, Rajon. Just like the pure survival boxers. You know what I'm saying? So guys, when a woman's trying to like push up on you, you can have them boxers on like, woman. You gonna have to go wash that funky vagina. Pure survival. Keep that vagina away from me. You ain't getting none of this good. You know what I mean? You dig me? Like, I'm telling you, we must survive at all times. But this is sick, guys.
Busby, the lawyer bringing the case against Jay-Z, says that he has more than 250 victims that are all prepared to come forward. These victims have verified reports that prove abuse, and they also have police reports from the time that the abuse occurred. Allegedly, Diddy would use his industry connections to scare minors and often coerce them with the threat of violence.
We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it, without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations like this that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before.
Shout out to Tony Buttstink. Y'all gotta let's get them likes up to 900. Even if you was an artist years ago and you washed up, you know what I'm saying, and you got a name, but you ain't made a hit in 20, 30 years, praise the Bible, Tony Buttstink taking them down too. You know what I mean? Whether you're relevant, whether you popping, or you used to be popping. It's all about the victims at the end of the day. We must highlight this. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tony Buttstink for even standing up. No, Tony Breath Stink. That's what we're going to call him from now on. Pure survival. Since they accuse him of having gingivitis, we're going to call him Tony Breath Stink. You know what I'm saying? But I got to give it to Tony Breath Stink because we need someone to stand with the victims.
Often coerce them with the threat of violence.
We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations like this that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case, because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public. And, when you name somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's. And I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows.
Wow, it's going to be people that they're going to name that's going to raise eyebrows during survival. It's going to raise eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to raise my eyebrows no more. Pure survival, because I'm not shocked or surprised about these sick individuals. I don't look up to celebrities like I did when I was a kid. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? I used to think that those motherfuckers wasn't human beings when I was a kid. You know what I'm talking about? I remember who was that motherfucker I seen? I was on South Street years ago. I think with the Eric Benet. I seen that motherfucker when I think he was married to Holly Berry back then. I seen that motherfucker on South Street. Press up. I was screaming and hollering like a goddamn groupie. Press up. I'm like, that's the dude that was on TV. I'm telling you, that's the dude right there. You know what I mean? And he looked at me though. He was like, yo, what the, you know what I'm saying? He was cool, but he looked like motherfucker. He didn't want nobody to know he was down there on South Street. You know what I mean? Because he ain't had no security with him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Pure survival. I was screaming like a motherfucker. Oh, that's Harry Panay. Oh, I didn't even know his name. Matter of fact, pure survival. I'm like, yo, that's the dude that was on TV. He's married to motherfucker. I knew about Holly Berry, but I didn't even know the motherfucker name. Pure survival. I was in my groupie bag. I mean, but it was just the fact of seeing a celebrity. I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing a motherfucker on TV. That shit was exciting. Pure survival. But when you get older and find out that those motherfuckers are demons, you be like, oh my God. I was praising the freak off fucking demon. That's why I know when I was a kid, I done entertainment my whole life. Pure survival. I wanted to sign with Diddy Glover as a kid. I'm telling you, I wanted to be with Bad Boys because I used to do music. I was a rapper back in the day. Pure survival. We were surviving the fact that Mr. I Am Comedy got rap bars. You know what I'm talking about? But I wanted to be with Rough Riders, fucking Rockefeller, all of them motherfucking labels, except motherfucking Suge Knight. Pure survival. He wasn't gonna hang me out the motherfucker off of a balcony like Ice Ice Baby. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to sign with Diddy Glover. So the thought of the matter that motherfucker could have poisoned me and clapped my motherfucking cheeks, I've been running around like Orlando Brown right now. If I would have got signed back in the day to Diddy Glover. Pure survival. I would have walked and got a freak off cheesecake and everything. Yes, sir, Mr. Glover. Yes, sir, Mr. Glover. Smash that like button. This is wild. Let's get those likes to 900.
In these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows.
Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex.
You see that now? Diddy Glover wouldn't have been able to do that to me. I don't give a fuck. Pierce her Bible. I didn't need to be around my mother. I ain't need to be around my motherfucking father. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I grew up fast, like, you know what I'm saying, as a teenager. So I knew what you wasn't going to do. And I'm going to be honest. Now, he could have probably put some shit in my drink, Pierce her Bible, and I'd have passed the fuck out, waking up, but my rear end hurt. I don't know what the fuck happened. But Diddy couldn't have rolled up on me, talking about, look, I want you to go ahead on down here and do something nasty, touch me, hold me, rub my nipples. I would have went off, I would have bit the shit out of Diddy Glover, right in his motherfucking chest, Pierce her Bible. He would have been screaming, I would have kept on biting until I then spit that freak off skin right out my mouth. Pure survival. He would have never been able to do this. Like they just said, he would promise the minors that he was going to do shit to him, for him, make him a star. He asked this little boy, could he make his wiener disappear? This is wild. Pure survival.
In these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows.
Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her.
Wow, this is horrible. Smash that like button, guys. We got to get this video out there. Now, this is not a laughing matter. And like I said, Orlando Brown could have been one of these minors that they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he had the little boy, allegedly made the little boy give him head, and then R-worded the little girl, allegedly. This is what Tony Breathstink's saying, that R-worded the little girl and then passed her around. This is wild. This is wild.
Attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her. Another individual, 26, at the time of the occurrence, was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given one drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus.
Wow, see, then that's what I'm talking about. That's what I call a crime. her vagina and her anus. You know what I'm saying? They went and picked her up from the airport, allegedly, pure survival, put something in her drink. So she don't know what they about to do. You know what I mean? Anybody, all of us, 1,700 people in here, any one of us could have fell for that. Not knowing, thinking, especially if you're in the career of entertainment and you thinking innocently, look, I'm just going to this party. You know what I mean? I got Diddy, I got these people that are celebrities that we looked up to years ago. And you thinking that you pursuing your dream and somebody put something in your motherfucking drink. You know what I mean? And they would have got me because all they had to do was put something in my Monster's energy drink, pure survival. I'm thinking, I picked up my motherfucking drink right now, not knowing that Diddy put something in my shit and then start rubbing my nipples out of nowhere. I'm like, why am I feeling so fucking horny? Why am I damn near ready to sleep, fuck myself right now? What did you put in my goddamn drink? Because it makes you high, fucked up, and then horny at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And then like unconscious and all that crazy shit. He could have did it to any one of us. This is wild, guys. Y'all got to get them likes up, man. Prayers for the victims, guys. Prayers for the victims.
And one drink in the SUV and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus, where she then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another instance, individual, this time not a minor, was attended a group dinner, allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out and she woke up in the same bed, again, allegedly with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her vagina and her anus were torn. And
wow, so he got to go through the vagina and the rear end and the tasty cakes, and then the girl was pregnant during survival. How sick is that? You should be charged for even doing that to the baby. Yo, that's wild. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the thought, like, I've never was a fan of that. Like, I got friends I grew up with that'll go and pick up like pregnant females or whatever, pure survival, and be bragging to me, look, man, I got me a pregnant chick. Or they'll be beefing with the dude, the baby father. And the girl be like 6, 7 months pregnant. And I'll be like, nigga, I'm not putting my thing inside of a pregnant female and I'm busting the baby all in the head, you know what I mean, with the wiener. What? That ain't even my kid. Why would I want to do that? That's sick. But these dudes would do it on purpose. Like, yeah, I was tearing this baby mom up, busting the baby in the head with the Johnson. You know what I'm saying? That's got to be some sick shit. That you not only was freaking off to the minors, the most ultimate worst, but then allegedly was pregnant girls that got lawsuits out saying that they was drugged. You drugged me and I got a baby in my motherfucking stomach too. Why that could have killed the kid. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest, I think the pregnant woman at that point, I don't know what she was doing at a freak off. I mean, at a Diddy Glover's joint anyway, pregnant. Because that's why I don't want to speak too much on that. Because she could have been a singer. She could have been going for entertainment, like, and not going as like on a freak off thing. And it just happened to her. So we don't want to, high judge on that. Let's get them likes up to 900. It's too many people in the building. You know what I'm saying? Prayers for all the victims and prayers for Orlando Brown. Like I told y'all, Orlando Brown felt like all these rappers, entertainers, producers, actors, he thought that they loved him. You know what I mean? Because they told him that they loved, because they made love to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's not only did you take advantage of me allegedly when I was 13, pure Bible, but you went on ahead and made love to me when I got older. You know what I'm saying? Like foreplay and all of that type of shit. This shit is wild.
Orlando Brown has just released an exclusive video naming everyone he slept with in the industry. And you are not going to believe what Diddy wanted Orlando to do to him. Busta Rhymes, Diddy, and Usher are all getting exposed for their secret relationships.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too.
You hear that? We made love. Diddy Glover, Busta Rhymes, Little Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Usher being, a squirter and a gusher. You know what I'm saying? But they had made love. He said he made love to Drake. You know what I'm saying? This shit is wild, guys. Y'all got to get them likes up. That's a lot of trains being ran on this boy, and then they making love to him at the same time during the train. Like, so that's kissing on his lips, kissing on his back, like rubbing him, like you know what I'm saying, like kind of going ahead and making love to Orlando Brown. This is wild.
Going to believe what Diddy wanted Orlando to do to him. Busta Rhymes, Diddy, and Usher are all getting exposed for their secret relationships.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. That was from China. He didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And Cat Williams. What's his name?
Bro, you smashing a lot of people.
What's his name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence
Howard.
That's a lot of like entertainers. Even Terrence Howard was crying when he was making love to Orlando Brown. Y'all know he cried in all his movies. So imagine him making love to Orlando Brown and crying at the same time as he make love to him. Listening to Jodeci. This shit is wild, guys.
Cat Williams.
Bro, you smashing a lot of people.
What's his name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence
Howard. Usher. Usher's a gusher.
Jaguar Wright says that Orlando Brown plays crazy when he's exposing Diddy.
Been working for Orlando Brown to play crazy. The oosh gosh whoosh wash. Orlando's brilliant. Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is. Diddy's trying to kill me. You know, Diddy and Jay-Z, Auntie Sean and Auntie Yolanda.
And y'all sit there and don't take this boy serious. When his lips is popped up like that, like pure survival. If you're not going to believe Orlando Brown, believe his dry lips right now and his dry tongue from all the heroin that he probably would had to do all that night stressed out. He said that Diddy Glover and Jay-Z was trying to kill him at this moment. Pure survival. And he looked like he's trying to escape a freak-off dungeon right now. Pure survival, man. This is wild, guys. We got to get them likes up to 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, we are surviving Diddy Glover and Jay-Z allegedly trying to kill this boy because he been was going to go to court. He been was going to come out with this. This is wild.
Orlando's brilliant. Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is. Diddy's trying to kill me. You know, Diddy and Jay-Z, Auntie Sean and Auntie Yolanda. No matter how many contracts you try to take out on my life, no matter how many times you try to threaten my family or threaten people to stay away from me, no matter how many things you try to do to me and how many things you've tried to do to me, it ain't working.
Wow. Smash that like button if y'all believe that it has to be truth to this. Why would he be saying that they're trying to kill him? They putting hits out on his life. And people was looking at him just calling him a drug addict, a basehead, pure survival, a Pepsi can crack smoker. Everybody was saying that. Why would this man say these things though, is what I'm telling y'all. This was the only way for him to act out of horrific acts and things that was done to him as a kid. And then when he want to come out and say something, and allegedly Jay-Z and allegedly Diddy, from what he's saying, was trying to kill him and put hits out on his life and try to silence his family. So this is wild, guys. Y'all got to get them likes up. Prayers for Orlando Brown. You know what I mean? And prayers for the other victims. I don't think the boy was saying this for no reason. That I just don't.
Of course he is. Diddy's trying to kill me. You know, Diddy and Jay-Z, Auntie Sean and Auntie Yolanda. No matter how many contracts you try to take out on my life, no matter how many times you try to threaten my family or threaten people to stay away from me, no matter how many things you try to do to me and how many things you've tried to do to me, it ain't working. Don't play with somebody that you know got the drop on you. Major pain in his ass, literally.
Orlando Brown is making headlines again for his alleged connection to Diddy, and the things he's saying are shaking up the industry. Word on the street is that Diddy was sexually interested in Orlando and even performed oral sex on him. In a recent interview on Cam Capone News, Orlando Brown described an encounter he had with Diddy, where he described how Diddy gave him some oosh gosh mwash.
You know what I mean? I got my Diddy board. I'm sorry, I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh gosh goof wash. You gave me the oosh gosh muaf.
And I'll never, you never forget that. Like, the fact for Diddy Glover to give this boy the Oshkosh goulash and his hair turned green, pure Bible, and his hair turned green after getting the Oshkosh goulash, you don't know how traumatizing that might be for him to have went on and got the Oshkosh motherfucking goulash and the rest of the moulash. You know what I mean? It's 2,000 people in the building right now. 2,000 people watching me. Y'all should get them likes up immediately. Do it for, if you don't do it for me, do it for Orlando Brown's green hair and Diddy giving him the Oshkosh motherfucking goulash. Have you ever had the Oshkosh goulash? I've never heard of a sex position like that. But the boy is traumatized after having that because he's in love with it at the same time. That's how you know that it's trauma. These people allegedly did this to him, and he's in love with his victimizers because it happened to him since he was a kid. So he grew up in love with these people. Diddy Glover probably took this boy's virginity. Pure Bible. The Oshkosh goulash probably was his first sex encounter. That's crazy, guys. Prayers for Orlando Brown and prayers for his green hair and prayers for his green spiky hairstyle.
Him. In a recent interview on Cam Capone News, Orlando Brown described an encounter he had with Diddy, where he described how Diddy gave him some oosh gosh mwash.
You know what I mean? I got my Diddy board. I'm sorry, I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh gosh goof wash. You gave me the oosh gosh muaf. The swoosh wash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gave me the oosh gosh muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the...
I'll never forget that. Like, you know what I mean? He said he loves it. So we must understand that the people that victimized him, that he's, he loves them and he loves it because he's an adult now and he's traumatized. He done been on all kinds of drugs trying to fight these demons from what he went through in the industry. So I understand during survival. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my Instagram is Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Follow me and I'll follow you back. If y'all get any information on any sick individuals in the industry, pure survival, and y'all want me to react to it, hit me up on goddamn Instagram. And if you want to get your Pure Survival merch, you see that? Pure Survival. If you want to get your Pure Survival merch, just go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com. So we can survive together, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody. Like and subscribe. Shout out to all my members. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to become a member, go ahead on and hit that members thing. And shout out to everybody that's just been in the chat during survival. You know what I'm saying? I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. Because I did, you know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all have a happy New Year's, even though I'm going to be back on with y'all probably later on today, Pure Survival. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, Orlando Brown, I'm standing with you. I'm glad you got the strength. You and your spiky green hair has gathered up enough strength to fight back against these sick individuals during survival.